Hello, welcome back to the course. In this video, we are going to see how to create the timestamps in the database. So in real-time production applications, it is very common to generate the timestamps for every database table just to keep track of the records or to keep track of the logging purposes, and we are going to add the timestamps. So in this video, let's see how to add the timestamps, and the JPA has provided a few annotations to keep track of the timestamps. So let's go to the employee class, and inside this we are going to create two fields. We're going to add the two fields, which is private, and this will be date, and I'm going to name it as created at and private date update at. Let's import the date from the util package, and we're going to map the column. So let's copy this and map this. I'll change this column name to created underscore at, and similarly I'll change this to updated underscore at, and we are going to add the annotations which is provided by the JPA, which is at creation timestamp. Creation timestamp. Let's import this, and we are going to provide the few properties, which is nullable. I think this is only creation timestamp, and we need to provide the options to the column annotation. Yes, it's nullable, and I'll set this to false, and updatable, I'll set this to false. Similarly, for the update at, we are going to use the annotation which is update timestamp. Let's import this. Alright, so now we have added the annotation at creation timestamp for the created at, and at update timestamp for the update at field or the column. So now what will happen whenever we insert a new record? So the created at and updated date will be same, okay? But whenever we are updating the record, at the time the updated date will be updated to the current time. Okay, so let's actually see this in action. Let me save this, and our application will restart, and you can see that in the database the columns will be generated. So let's actually refresh this, and let's actually see the tables structure, and you can see extra column has been added, which is updated at, but the created at table has not been created. Let's go ahead and see that. Okay, that is because we need to drop the table, because we have added the nullable false and updatable false. Because of that reason, let's go ahead and drop this table. Drop the table. Now actually give some white space, and let's save this. Application will restart. Okay, and now if you take a look at the database, let me execute this, and you can see now we have a created at and updated at. Okay, so let's go ahead and insert the record. I'll go to the postman, and let's go to the create employee. We have this JSON payload, and if you look at this, we are not passing the created at and updated at. So let's go ahead and click on this send, and we should get the response, and you can see now we have the created at and updated at as the response. And if you look at the created at and updated at, time and date both are same. And now let's go ahead and insert one more record. I will change this to test 5 and click send. We should get the one more record, and now let's go to the read employees, click send. We should get the two records, the ID1 and ID2. And now let's go ahead and try to update one of the record. I'm going to update the first record. So let's take a copy of this. Let's copy this, and now let's go to the update employee, and inside this JSON payload, let me get rid of this ID, and let's pass the ID 1, and we need to change this to test demo, and age I will change this to 30. Instead of South Africa, I'll set this to India. Okay, now you can see the created at and updated at time both are same, but when we click on this send, once we get the response, you can see that the updated at time will be differ from the created at. Okay, only updated at field is updated with the current time. Okay, this is a very useful feature when you are working with the production grade applications. In case if you want to keep track of the records, or in case if you want to monitor the timestamps, or if you want to add the timestamps to your database for every table, then you can use these annotations, the at creation timestamp and at update timestamp annotations. It will automatically, JPA will automatically takes care of the timestamps. Alright, that's all about this video. In the next video, we are going to discuss about some more features provided by the JPA. I will see you in the next video.